My wife said she'll ruin me if I divorce her, now she's begging to come back. When my wife told me, if you ever leave me, I'll ruin you, I thought she was bluffing. We had been married for 10 years, built a life together, and shared everything, our home, our dreams, even our secrets. But as I stood there in our living room, hearing her threaten to destroy everything I'd worked for, I realized the woman I once loved had turned into someone I barely recognized. It all began 3 years ago. My name is Daniel, and I was a high school teacher, quiet and simple in my ways. My wife, Claire, was ambitious, social, and always chasing excitement. When we married, we balanced each other perfectly, her fire met my calm. But as the years passed, her hunger for more money, more status, more attention, started to eat away at our marriage. I first noticed the change when she began spending more nights, working late, or going to girls' dinners. She started dressing differently, talking differently. The woman who once loved cozy nights and long conversations now spent hours scrolling through Instagram, comparing our lives to influencers she barely knew. I tried to reach her. I planned dates, cooked her favorite meals, even took a second job tutoring to afford a weekend getaway. But she grew colder with every effort, snapping that I was trying too hard, or that I was boring. It broke me. Then one night, everything fell apart. I got a message from an unknown number. It was a photo, Claire laughing, sitting too close to another man at a bar. Then more messages came, revealing she'd been seeing a coworker for months. My hands trembled as I scrolled through the evidence. I confronted her that night. She didn't deny it. Instead, she smiled bitterly and said, "Maybe if you were more exciting, I wouldn't have needed someone else." That sentence shattered me. For a while, I thought I could forgive her. I tried therapy, I tried to salvage what we had. But every time I looked at her, I saw betrayal. The trust was gone. So one evening, I told her I wanted a divorce. That's when her mask dropped. "You think you can leave me? I'll ruin you, Daniel." She screamed. "I'll make sure everyone knows you're an abusive husband. I'll take the house, the car, everything. You'll end up with nothing." I was stunned. I never imagined she'd threaten me like that. But she meant it. Within weeks, she started spreading lies, to friends, neighbors, even my school principal. She claimed I had anger issues, that I'd been controlling and manipulative. Rumors spread fast, and my reputation took a hit. Parents started requesting their kids be moved from my class. I was put on leave pending investigation. My world crumbled. But something inside me refused to break completely. I began gathering proof, text messages, emails, witnesses. I stayed quiet, composed, and patient. It took months, but the truth started to surface. Her coworker, now ex-lover, eventually came forward, admitting she had manipulated him too. Screenshots of her messages exposed her lies. When everything came out, the school reinstated me. Friends who had turned away reached out with apologies. Claire, on the other hand, lost everything, her job, her credibility, and the people who once believed her. She moved out of town for a while, and I finally signed the divorce papers with trembling hands, but this time, trembling from relief, not fear. A year passed. I focused on rebuilding. I started hiking, picked up photography, even adopted a dog named Max. For the first time in years, I felt peace. Then one rainy evening, I got a message from Claire. "Daniel, please. I made a mistake. I was angry, stupid, and selfish. I've lost everything. Can we talk?" Part of me wanted to delete the message. But curiosity won. We met at a small cafe. She looked nothing like the woman I once knew, tired eyes, shaking hands, tears streaming down her face. She begged for another chance, saying she'd realized how wrong she was, that she missed me and the life we had. I listened quietly. When she finished, I said softly, "Claire, I forgave you long ago, not for you, but for me. But going back would mean reliving the pain. And I can't do that." She sobbed as I walked away, whispering, "I'm so sorry." As I stepped out into the rain, I felt a strange mix of sadness and freedom. I wasn't the same man she had tried to destroy. I had lost everything, yes, but I had rebuilt myself stronger, piece by piece. Now, whenever I see someone stuck in a toxic relationship out of fear, I tell them this. Sometimes, walking away isn't losing. It's surviving. It's reclaiming your peace. Claire once said she'd ruin me if I divorced her. But the truth is, she only ruined herself. And I found my way back to life.